Welcome to AD 309, Study Section 1, Industrial Education, Training and Development. Introduction. In this study session, we'll be describing industrial education, training and development. We will start by discussing each of these concepts. Also, you will look at why training is important. In addition, you examine the relationship that exists between development and training. You will end the session by exploring the scope of training. Learning outcomes. When you have studied this session, you should be able to define the following concepts. 1. Industrial education. 2. Training. And 3. Development. Explain what it is to train. Distinguish between training and development. Explore the scope of training. Industry. Let us take a look at the concept of industry. The production side of business activity is referred to as industry. It is a business activity which is related to the raising, producing, processing, or manufacturing of products. A basic category of business activity. The term industry is sometimes used to describe a very precise business activity, e.g., semiconductors, or a more generic business activity, e.g., consumer durables. If a company participates in multiple business activities, it is usually considered to be in the industry in which most of its revenues are derived. It usually refers to a branch of trade or manufacture. Classification. Types of industries. There are various types of industries. These are mentioned as follows. Primary industry. Primary industry is concerned with production of goods with the help of nature. It is a nature-oriented industry which requires very little human effort, e.g., agriculture, farming, forestry, fishing, horticulture, etc. Genetic industry. Genetic industries are engaged in reproduction and multiplication of certain species of plant and animals with the object of sale. The main aim is to earn profit from such sale, e.g., plant nurseries, cattle rearing, poultry, cattle breeding, etc. Training. The verb to train is derived from the Old French word traîner, meaning to drag. Hence, such English definitions may be found as to draw along, to allure, to cause, to grow in the desired manner, to prepare for performance by instruction, practice, exercise, etc. Training can be described as providing the conditions in which people can learn effectively. To learn is to gain knowledge, skill, ability. King, 1968, 125. Knowledge refers to the information we acquire and place into memory, how it is organized into the structure of what we already know and to our understanding of how and when it is used. The purpose of training. Industrial education and training has many benefits which both the personnel undergoing training and the organization sponsoring derive. These are among others as follows. 1. An increase in productivity. 2. Improvement in the quality of work. 3. The raising of workers' morale. 4. The use of new tools, process, methods, or modifications. 5. The development, knowledge, understanding, and attitudes. 6. The reduction of wastage, accident, turnover, lateness, absenteeism, and other overhead costs. 7. The implementation of new policies or regulations. 8. The development of replacement. And 9. Ensuring the survival growth of the enterprise. Training and development. Training and development refer to programs designed to help new employees adjust to the workplace successfully. In addition, They include the formal ongoing efforts of corporations and other organizations to improve the performance and self-fulfillment of their employees through a variety of methods and programs. In the modern workplace, these efforts have taken on a broad range of applications, from training in highly specific job skills to long-term professional development, and are applicable to all sorts of employees ranging from line workers to the chief executive officer. The scope of training. Training provides skills and knowledge to support the organization's strategic organization objectives and to meet the tactical training needs that are common across project and support groups. Specific training needs identified by individual project and support groups are handled at the project and support group level and are outside the scope of training. Project and support groups are responsible for identifying and addressing their specific training needs. The scope of training refers to the areas which may be covered in industrial training. Such a scope can be seen in terms of the training programs available, the places where training takes place, and the methods available to the trainer to adopt. By the nature and coverage of industrial education and training, it has been difficult to define the scope, as it covers any type of training from traditional systems to the more modern ones. Study section summary. In this study section, we discuss training as it relates to industry. We describe this type of industrial training as industrial education. In doing this, we highlighted the different classifications of industries. We also moved on to evaluate the purposes of training with special consideration to industrial training. The session ended with a discussion on the scope of training. This is the end of study section 1. Thanks for listening.